Phase 2.
What's happening, everyone? So before we start this week's show, we'd just like to ask everyone that's listening to head over and check out our website, www.phase2.co.uk, and please check us out on all the social media platforms on there. So
yeah, also you can get the tickets for the Not Fazed event. It should be out.
It should be released by this Friday.
Yeah.
If you're watching. It is the 7th of February. So, yeah, but please head over and check out all our socials. We're trying to build up our social media presence, and every single person that follows and likes stuff, it really helps us. And, yeah, plenty of stuff coming for you, and we hope you enjoy.
Enjoy the show.
Well, what's happening, everyone? And welcome back to another EP of the NFT Show, the Not Fazed Talkshow.
Wow, that was really quick getting into it this week.
It was straight away.
No
We can do no outtakes. Fuck's sake. Well, what's been up?
Not much, mate. I was more surprised to find out that it's your birthday.
Tomorrow?
Today, technically, when everybody's listening
when
to
this
it.
is released.
Yeah, so everyone go and torture Jason because he hates his birthday being celebrated.
Yeah. I only have one birthday, and it was the day I was born. The rest is a load of bollocks.
No, I agree with you, but after what you and Heather put me through, I think that you deserve
See, there's only one way for that not to happen to you.
What, not to you?
Don't go out on your birthday.
Well, that's why I used to go on holiday every year, and then COVID happened and stopped that.
Fuck that shit.
Are you doing anything nice for it?
No, not a thing, mate.
That is nice.
I'm going to write music.
I have begged Nicole for years. She's like, what do you want to do for your birthday? Nothing. But you have to do something. But
Suck me off, that's all I need.
A good morning blowjob.
Good morning blowjob, that's it. That's all I need for it. Don't need balloons, don't need nothing.
I don't think I'm going to sit in your studio chair anytime soon.
No, mate, fuck all. Don't want nothing. Don't need nothing. If I want something, I'll get it myself.
No, that's... What a fucking way of looking at it.
Just, I don't know, go out for dinner or something. That maybe be the... I just don't get it, mate. It just doesn't appeal to me. I don't like people making a fuss about me.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No,
I'm like that, like.
You know me. I'm the same. I've just realised. Did you change my chair?
You changed your chair?
Did I?
You must have.
Fuck, right, okay.
No, I don't know. Maybe I did. Sorry, I don't remember.
I'm the same as you, mate. It's getting old. That's what it is. You're starting to get forgetful in the old age. I don't like celebrate my birthday. It's another day. You don't want to put people out. I don't want gifts. People are like, what do you want for your birthday? I don't want anything. I don't need anything. It's really hard to buy for you. It's like, do you know why? Because I don't fucking need anything.
I don't need anything.
I don't like just having random junk for the sake of it. Or forcing people into getting you a gift just because they feel obliged because it's a fucking birthday.
That's it. Me and her always have done it, but like it's like, obviously I would rather book and go away somewhere.
Yeah.
Like go to a hotel for a weekend, or I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Do something like that instead of fucking buying each other stupid shit that we don't need.
I see. Like we would have done that. Like because obviously me and Nicole do a lot of gaming together. So we would have been like, right, well, instead of you getting me a present and me getting you a present, do you want to just buy a PlayStation 4? And then she would pay for half and I would pay for half, and that was my present, that was her present, and that covers it. Or as you say, like, you go away for a weekend, or it's like, right, we'll go on holiday or do this for Christmas instead of fucking...
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you rock in with like 50 quid of gifts and she spent you a tenner, you're like, you're in the doghouse.
But then that's how you start competing.
I
got you more.
What I mean.
And then that's not good either.
No,
fuck that there. Don't get me nothing. And like I'm adamant at her, do not get me fucking nothing. And then if she does, I'll be like, I hope you have a receipt there, love. Even if it's something good. But no,
on principle.
I just do it. And then once she does it, whenever I get paid, I'll just go and buy it again. If I need it, I'll buy it myself.
Like, here, I thought I got that. No, I got it myself.
I returned yours and then bought it straight on.
Things.
Fuck's sake. Well, but no, that's fuck birthdays. Christmas. We don't need to buy anything for Christmas, but Christmas is fucking the one. Like,
why Christmas?
I just love Christmas, but
again,
not for me. Like,
you do love just the time of year and seeing the kids happy and all that.
That's where you be. The older you get, the more you realise it's all pointless. It's all just marketing to make you spend your money. Same with Valentine's Day and all that, mate. It's just the story behind it is just marketing, mate. That make you spend your money.
Do you know what? I actually seen a fucking perfect example of that, and I was kind of like, wow, someone has actually went and done this. And then I was like, do you know what? That's actually a brilliant idea, because you know there's going to be suckers will do this, right? So I think, what zoo is it? Is it San Diego Zoo? Some zoo in America that feeds its animals, right?
Yeah.
And for $10, you can name a cockroach after your ex or someone that you are falling out of love with, and watch it be fed to an animal. And you're like, that's daft as fuck. And they're like, but people will actually pay that. Like, there's going to be someone out there who will definitely pay you $10 to have a cockroach named after their ex. And be like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, you dick.
It's the same with like Bad Dolphin or something. You're like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? You Bad Dolphin, they send you your name. You get a wee dolphin.
Oh, I like sponsor a dolphin and all.
Aye, but they're like, fuck off. Just ask me to donate to the fucking the cause of to help save dolphins or something. Don't need to say I own one. Remember, you used to get the ones fucking
name a star.
Name a star.
Yeah. You own a piece of the moon. No, you don't.
No.
It's like, hold on, can I just jump on your rocket ship? I want to go and check out that 1 acre square that I got bought like fucking 15 years ago as a Christmas present.
Name
but I just couldn't
star.
believe it. I was reading it. I was like, is that where we are in the world now as a better species? I'm going to name an insect after you and watch it get eaten by another animal.
I know.
Like, I hate you that much that I wish you got ate by an animal.
And the whole purpose is you're going to video it. Like, it's going to be like, all right, Sandra, remember you fucking cheated on me? Well, this is what I hope happens to you, you fucking bitch.
Where was it? It was at San Antonio Zoo. That's where it
Texas
was.
shit.
Yep.
It doesn't even surprise me.
Yep, standard.
They're a fucking country themselves.
But it is like you can pay for fucking, you can slice people out of money for anything. If you package it up the right way.
Aye, with a nice wee bow on top and just say here.
There you go. That prime fucking drink.
See, the stuff people are banning isn't even. Google this, right? So. I seen a video where people were saying, listen, using the stuff you're banned out of B&M for £3 isn't even anything to do with Emmons. This is Prime. It's like a electrolyte drink, whereas Prime Energy is more like a Lucozade stuff.
Yeah.
Probably is there two different types of Prime drink? Because I might have been duped by a good fucking TikToker, like, but I want to double check. But that's what he was saying. He's like, and he had two. The bottles were similar-ish.
Let's have a look.
Prime Hydration and Prime Energy.
Right.
No fizz to Prime Hydration, but Prime Energy is contained. So they're different people, different companies. So like people are getting the Prime Hydration, which is just good for you shit, electrolytes and stuff. Sorry folks, so there is two different types. I've just shared the screen there. It says Prime Hydration and Prime Energy. And so the bottles are similar. Similarly? They're similar to each other now, but obviously once Jake or Logan Paul once he announced I
don't really get it. So what is it? Is it these two YouTubers have brought out an energy drink and everyone's putting the dick on themselves for it?
It's because you can't get it in the UK. It's everywhere in America, but so the ones in B&M, but you see if you go into B&M bargains or fucking one of them shops, they're selling this stuff for $2.99. People think they're getting a bargain.
But why is it so popular? Just because it's two YouTubers?
No, it's popular. Yes, well, it's not even the two YouTubers. There's some fella created the company and then employed them as to be the face of it.
Right.
So they're just basically the ambassadors.
So it's famous because people want to drink the drink of two YouTubers.
Yep. But it's because you can't get it in the UK. It's hard to get in the UK. So see, whenever Heather's mum is in America, it's everywhere.
In the world of the internet, you can get anything delivered.
You can't because of the customs tax and all.
But if you're going to pay fucking stupid money here for
a
bottle
bottle,
you may as well just fucking import it yourself and then sell it and make your money.
But there's a conspiracy that they've held back supply in the UK because it's doing so well.
Of course. Why would you not? If it's such a high in demand product and you know people are fucking gasping for it, you're 100% going to withhold that.
It's madness, like it is genuine madness. But I would never pay £10 for a bottle of anything.
No.
Not a chance.
Unless you're going to be ending up steaming on the floor.
Unless I'm blocked and we're on the night at the end of the night and someone says, I'll sell you this bottle of Buckfast for a tenner.
I once paid €35 for a bong in Amsterdam that should have cost me no more than €10. I know I was duped that night.
Because you meant to barter with them?
No. There was no bartering in this situation. We went to... What was it? Where did we go? Decibel? I'm going to say Decibel. And came back after the full day of partying, loving life, got lit in the train. And as we were walking back to the hotel room, I was like, oh, would it not be good just to smoke a wee bong? But we didn't have one, and this was now like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning.
And you're in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Fuck
so
me.
you're, like, that was the main problem. It's like, boys,
See, you woke up the next day,
Amsterdam.
everywhere you looked, there was bongs, like.
oh no, but that was, so I went, I seen this bar, had it in the window, and I just walked in, and I was like, fuck this. Here, mate, can I buy the bong in your window? And he's like, aye, €35. No sweat, give it to him. Went and had bongs, and then we all woke up the next day and was like,
you should have said, nah,
how much did I pay for
I'll
that?
I'll give you 15 quid, and they'd have went, what's a quid?
No, but we'll walk past the bar the next day, and as you said, the next day there's bong shops everywhere, and the one that I bought was in the window, €10. It's like, that guy literally fleeced me, and I didn't even question it. Like,
you just went,
I just want this, and I want to get back to my room, and that is it.
I've been in a few of them, mate, where it's like the hassle is like, just give me it and go.
No, I wasn't in my right frame of mind, but even still, normally I would try and bargain, but I was late. I'd been on a train for 2.5 hours. We made a friend. Fuck, we did hear about this guy, Melvin. Fucking Melvin. Melvin, if somehow you're listening to this podcast, you are a legend.
You're the man, Melv.
So you know the way in the train stations in Amsterdam or in Holland, you've got to pay to use the public toilets, like 50 cent. I went in.
Well, why does it rap? I was going to say something else, and then I caught myself on. I was like,
yeah.
We're on YouTube.
I went in, used the toilet, and as I came out, this guy definitely had seen better days. Like, his jaw was on a different train than he was, right? So, he was like, mate, can you hold the door till I go for a piss? And I was like, this guy's never going for a piss, but I'm not going to be a dick. And like, nah, mate, close the door on him, pay your own fucking 50 cent. I think that's what it was. Like, I haven't got any change and I need a piss. And I was like, yeah, mate, sweet. So I sat there, and then I went back and was speaking to everyone, and he just fucking sauntered down. I was like, all right, lads. So he was from Newcastle, like Newcastle over in England.
Yeah.
Got to chatting to him. He was at some other festival and was just loving his best life. So got in the train with us, and we showed him how the Northern Ireland boys partied, and all got lit in this train going back.
Watch us, we're going to pay 2 quid to get in the toilet instead of 50 cents.
Flex. But so everyone was fucking lit, having a good time, and then Melvin whips his phone out, lying in a wee hole in the corner. Like, who the fuck's he rigging? He phones a taxi depot in Newcastle. They asked them, can they come and pick him up? I'm like, where are you? He's like, I don't really know. There's just trees about. And it slowly dawned on us. We're like, this guy's phoned a taxi depot in Newcastle. They asked him for a taxi, so we just sat back and watched this unfold. Oh man, he was fucking on the boat to hell. That's what he was on. So
amazing,
we got the Amsterdam Central, and we were saying our goodbyes. And we're like, right, adios, mate. It was fucking lovely meeting you. And we watched them fucking walk off into the night, and we're like, I wonder did he ever get back to Newcastle? Like, he didn't know where he was staying. Like, he had nothing on him, and he couldn't come back to our place because there was only 3 beds.
Oh, why you wouldn't share a bed with a cunt?
Well, not even share a bed with him, but you know what I mean? Like, we were all done. We were going to go back, smoke this expensive bong, and go to sleep. But I always wonder.
See, I bet you if Melvin was there, you'd have bartered your man down to at least €10.
I could have.
You fucked up.
Like, look, mate,
cost yourself
I have a taxi
€15
waiting for me outside going to Newcastle.
Oh yeah, mate, I'll give you a €10. I need this other 15 to get back to Newcastle.
But mate, it was so good.
Well, mate, that's what happens. But I've bumped into loads of people in my day and went, fuck, I wonder what ever happened to that cunt. I tell you about the other day about fucking into this shop. I don't want to say the shop name, but there was fucking all parcels and there was blood all over them.
No.
Mate, there was fucking blood all over these parcels, right? And I said...
I don't know why I paused there. I was like,
here, what the fuck, what's going on here, like? And he went, fucking some fella came in last night and started slicing his throat and eating glass.
Bollocks.
Mate, the fucking cunt was... Now, in saying that, see, whenever I got home that night, and my missus, I told her about it, obviously, and she said it was on the news that some fellow was sanctioned in the Mental Health Act.
Bollocks.
I couldn't... Mate, you... Eating glass?
Well, it's funny you should say that. I know someone who done that. They had a light bulb. Just because they were wiped out, and they're like, I'm going to eat this light bulb.
They wouldn't have swallowed, surely.
They ate the whole thing apart from the metal. All the glass was eaten.
That's killing you, is it not?
No. So, glass is made from sand, right? Small, fine particles of sand. If you crush the glass up enough in your mouth when you're eating it, and systematically do it where it's not really poking into you, you can eventually start grinding it down into fine pieces. Darren Brown actually done it in one of his stage shows, and he got one of the audience members. He fucking put them under something and got them to eat a light bulb. But yeah, did I say the person's name? Who ate the light bulb?
No,
that's alright.
I'm just saying that's who I don't know if you did, but I don't remember you saying it. But that's madness. That's fucking. That's,
but I couldn't believe it, man. It was but
even when your mum was telling me,
eating a light bulb's different than eating a glass bottle.
Aye, like a Faggot bottle was. It was a fucking Glen's Faggot bottle. But it's not
sure
even
if it's Glen's, fuck's sake, I'm sure you could eat that.
He said, like, it's not even that there, and then slicing your own throat, stabbing yourself in the throat. I don't care who you are. See, even if you're doing that, you're pulling back, like, so, like, no matter how angry you are, when you're doing it you're pulling back, aren't you? Before, like, you're maybe cutting yourself, but you're not going.
Aye, but if your head's away, you will. Because that's the only way that you can actually harm yourself, is if your head has detached itself into some wee bit, because your body has a natural instinct to... It's like, have you ever seen the experiment? It's impossible to drown yourself just by sticking your face in water.
Because you're going to come out?
Like, if you sit there long enough, your body will just be like, nah,
get the fuck up, you knobhead.
And go up and override the brain power. So for you to be able to actually do damage to yourself, then that part of your fight or flight mode has detached from your psyche, and therefore you would be able to do it.
I don't know how it goes through people's heads, like, and that's crazy. Obviously, I know mental health's a serious thing, but it fucking baffles me. Like, I seen a documentary about people that have jumped off the Golden State Bridge in like San Francisco or somewhere, wherever it was, and there was loads of it's massive, like, but there's loads of people that have survived, and every single one of them are like, mate, see, as soon as I jumped, I wish I didn't. Like,
yeah, but that's it. People, you see a lot of people who are survivors of that, and they're like, yeah, I'm so glad that I didn't. But again,
you have to be fucking in some bad situation.
Sometimes it's very hard to see the trees through the woods, or whatever the fucking saying is. That's the long and the short of it.
I'm trying to work that quote out. Actually, I'm going, hold on, is that good or is that bad?
You can't see the trees through the woods. It's like you're more focused on the fact that you're in woods, and you don't actually pay attention to the tree that's fucking in front of you. I don't know. That might not even be right. Who knows?
It's cool. That's the name of our next tune.
Well,
can't see the trees through the wood.
It's the reason I can't make any fucking tunes.
Fucking brilliant. Right, I get back on to. Remember the other week I showed you the sampling thing? The sampling of Fatboy Slim.
Yes.
I've got more.
You know that fucking John's just gonna be like, here boys, why are you stealing Sample Mania from me? That's literally what you're doing, like a poor man Sample Mania. Did you see what tunes I found this one for?
But mate, I was flicking through a site, so this is another Fatboy Slim one, but it's incredible. So we'll go through these.
Do you know what? I've got one for you that I will actually find.
The Daft Punk one?
No.
I've got it here too. The thing.
Tune.
Turn the airdrop on. It's was it so I will go through the fucking things here, and then. So this one is what was the last one I done? It was Right Here, Right Now, wasn't it? So this one is Rockefeller Skank. So obviously everybody fucking will know this as soon as we hit play.
I can't remember. What is it? There's a tune from back in the day that uses a riff from an unknown April 65 tune.
Yeah. The Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. The Funk Soul. Now remember we were talking about the sample loop, you were thinking, you could the drum loop.
Yeah.
You could basically do that now. You couldn't just do that in the 90s. So it is literally, they're just taking the fucking loop.
Right.
So we see there's a load of shit in it, so everyone knows that. So we'll start with, we'll just start from the top and work our way down. So Jonas Brothers, Sliced Tomatoes. So it's saying it's at 8 seconds in, and it's at 41 seconds in the tune. Just Brothers, sorry, I said Jonas Brothers.
I know who it's fucking like. That doesn't sound like fucking Jonas Brothers.
And then this is it in the tune. Obviously, that's one. Madness. So they've just sampled that.
Right.
And then we'll go to Vinyl Dogs.
What's your beef with Fatboy Slim?
I'm just thinking it's actually insane that this is how they do it, because in my head this is wrong. Like.
Yeah, but he probably pays money for this.
Check it out right about now. It's no other than the Funk Soul Brother, the Lord Finesse. And you're welcome to the world.
Yeah, he's
of the
chopped
Vinyl
the vocal
Dogs
sample.
This is he's chopped. It's not even. It's an intro to a song.
Yeah.
Keep how we do it like this.
Amazing. Like, it's very, very creative. Like,
Yeah.
fucking fair play. It gets fucking wilder though. So like, it's literally every element of the song is out of something. So this is Jean Barry, Beat Girl.
Is he French, is he? Jean Barry?
Jean Barry. So obviously he just took that wee loop. We all know what that bit is in the tune.
I don't.
It's the first bit.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so-
yeah, right, okay.
It's like on it. So then, Funk Soul Brother.
This is some top quality content right here, Jason,
It
I
is,
must
mate.
say.
But this is how he fucking is making tunes back in them days. So what's that say, Matt Weasel?
I have no glasses on.
I'm struggling
I
over
don't
the
even know
light.
where you're
I think that's better. Like,
But what's this you're not letting me listen to?
so that's the
That's
sampled.
just like a remix of
That's the
this.
sampled. He sampled that.
Right about now.
But I
The
thought that
Funk
was
Soul
the
Brother.
chop
Check it out now.
of the hip hop
The
song.
Funk Soul Brother.
Well, maybe I've got that
Yeah, you
mixed
definitely
up.
got that wrong. That's somebody who's remixed that.
Yeah.
You've hit the bottom of your rabbit hole here, Jason. Jesus fuck.
Right, but then we'll see. There's
Oh shit, there's more.
there's
Fuck.
fucking loads more, mate. We'll see the man. He's shit that much.
We're gonna get hit with such copyright
I
on
know.
YouTube for
Look
all
at this, mate. He's even sampled David Bowie in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, whenever you listen to it, it's just a drum loop. So it's saying that's at the start. He sampled that. And not madness, mate.
Yeah.
It's actually scares
But
me.
it's like the Amen break as well, because the Amen breaks the most sampled 4-bar loop in the history of fucking 4-bar loops.
Yeah, and then you brought this one up, which I think people would like to see. It's the Daft
I will
Punk.
for next week find out what that Tune Boy tune is, because that's what annoying me now. But it'll take me too long to go through.
Like on
The Eiffel 65 tunes to find what it is.
right. So we'll see. This is an
advert for Dead
an
Space.
advert. So so the Daft Punk, the One More Time tune, which is timeless. You mentioned this to me, and then I went and searched it up.
Oh, is this the guy that
We'll see.
shows how it's made?
This is the sample, if everyone can see the full sample, and he's highlighting what they've taken out. Now this is lightning in a bottle. You don't just make this. This is a fluke. Like this is something that's just happened flukily in the studio, and created this.
Alright, so you've set parameters to set play things.
Like they've
in a
been
certain
messing
time
about
frame.
and something's happened. They've went, what the fuck? Isn't that insane?
It's class though.
It is class, but it also makes like I've been thinking about it a hell of a lot since the last week, it makes me feel more inspired to then try new stuff that I always thought was looked down upon within dance music.
By sampling stuff?
Yeah, by sampling more. Because obviously back then, that's all the samples there were. I mean, as I say, you couldn't just go into a drum machine and do it. You had to literally sample an actual drum. Because there wasn't samples back. I mean, in the 90s, there wasn't like sample packs.
You had to like fucking record it and replay
whenever
it through and all that there.
Whenever you said to me last week about like, I could make that, I was like, right enough, you could make that pretty quick. But then I was thinking about it and looking in there, I was like, no, you can now, but you can't back then. Because now you just download a sample pack, you go on the splice and go snare, drum, pitch it up, trying to get that sort of sound. But it's fucking crazy that some of the best tunes that have ever been made have just been fucking stroked out of David Bowie and all.
But again, I always remember learning about that whenever I done music technology in college, and them showing you how the old equipment, like just running stuff through a tape player and like cutting bits and like fucking sampling, and the amount of hardware that you had to have to just get like a 10-second loop of a fucking record somewhere, to then put it into a computer, and then all these changing the fucking cables so it can make different synth sounds.
That's right. Then the synths back in the day, you didn't just turn a knob. You had to
rewire pretty much. But now everything's literally in a computer.
In a wee box.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's ignorance of us looking at that, going, but like you could do that now easy. Because like there's a couple of tunes where we have bootlegged, and you have got nearly the synths bang on, nearly bang on what the original was. Yeah. Like, see that Star Walking bootleg we just finished? The opening bit coming up till the main lead is pretty.
It's
bar
pretty.
The Reese bass. It's fucking nearly Ehrlich.
It's nearly like for like.
It's like for like, But again, Fatboy Slim couldn't. I bet you Fatboy Slim couldn't do that now either. You fucking knobheads, bleeding cunt.
I don't think Big Norman needs to fucking worry about it living in his massive fucking house on a sunny land. I don't think he gives a fuck about. Did you ever see that what was it?
Yes. Woodstock.
Yeah, well, it was the Woodstock reunion. Whenever he went back and DJ'd at it,
and then they started a riot in the middle of it. His set. The ambulance come in and fucking
set it on fire. Right, get him out. He needs to leave. And then they were all like, "Here, where the fucking DJ go? Let's fucking go nuts."
I was mad at that documentary, wasn't it?
I was.
It just shows you how easily things can turn.
Do you want to know what's a fucking mad documentary I watched, mate? Jesus Christ Almighty. Gunther's Millions.
I've seen it advertised. Is it good? Is it?
I don't know. Is the answer. It's 4 episodes long, and I'm 3 in, and I'm more confused than when I started watching it, right? So for anybody that doesn't know, the premise of this show is a very rich countess died, and she left her entire wealth and fortune to her dog, Gunther, right? So
let's see before we go anywhere. That's fucking stupid as fuck. Like,
I know, but there's
people like that don't deserve to have fucking millions. What a knob.
But that's, I agree.
Right. What are you going to tell me? The dog was a human that got shrunk down by a witch in the fucking 90s or 1900s?
No.
Get the fuck.
No, you say that, but this story is actually nuts as fuck, mate, right? So
I know. So was that person that left the fucking millions to the dog.
But
she was nuts.
She didn't, right? So this is the thing. She didn't even exist. Spoiler alert, right? So what the story that everybody
was told I don't have to watch it now.
Before it all got too mainstream for them
was it one of them fucking chain emails?
I leave out as a fucking dog, just enter, lay down the laptop. No, right, so what the premise of the agreement that you're told to start with is, this woman has left an entire fortune that's unimaginable human wealth. Like, you're talking billions. I think it's 500 million she left the dog, so pretty much you'll never spend it in a fucking existing lifetime, right?
Not bad.
So she left it to this dog, and then the dog had to have a minder, and the purpose of this minder was that this money had to be spent in the dog's best interest to make sure that the dog had the best possible life ever, doing whatever it wanted.
Where are you going? Right? Australia? Why? No, I just think the dog would like Australia.
It's madder than that. That kind of does happen, right? So they set up a trust in this dog's name because that's how you make it legal and you don't get any tax on it if it's in a trust.
What happens to the dog when it dies?
Mate, they cloned the dog. Right? So this is when it started getting mad, right? So the dog didn't die, right?
I know they can't do that now. They can clone them like a replica of your dog.
No. But the clones weren't the dogs that they put on display, right? So there was the answer to your question, when the original dog died, they then bought another German Shepherd, and it was then called Gunther the Third, and it had to continue living on as Gunther, right? For security purposes, they never put him out in public because the dog was worth too much money. So when he done public appearances, it was a clone of the dog.
Let me see a trailer for this shit.
No, mate. Hold on. It gets worse, right? So the guy who was looking after the dog is just some crazy Italian guy, right? So he decided he wanted to set up a pop grip, right? So
is this a Family Guy episode?
This still isn't even the worst bit, right?
Me.
So after buying houses and boats and all this here shit, he's like, right, I'm gonna set up this pop group. So he picked 3 girls and 2 fellas, all of which couldn't sing or dance, right? So he hired
like One Direction?
Yeah. So he hired the best fucking coaches to come in, and all the coaches were like, these things can't do this. And he's like, it's fine. And he marketed them and advertised them as this big super band, and in Italy they were like fucking huge without even releasing a song, right? And then they realised that he was just kind of saying to them, just buck each other. Just why don't you all just
film it? Here, I have OnlyFans.
So what actually happened was the Countess, right? Because at this point you didn't think she's still a real woman. Her son committed suicide, right? And she didn't understand how some young fellow...
Did he eat glass? Was he in the fucking shop?
He fucking threw himself off the castle.
Oh, Castle Ray.
She said because her son died in his teens, she didn't understand how somebody who had all the money in the world to do everything they wanted could have depression and kill themselves. So part of the setup of this trust was that there had to be a scientific experiment carried out to find out if you could make people as happy as possible and increase their happiness in life by taking away all their worries, how would they feel? So this pop group somehow started to merge into a science experiment, but they all freaked out, and then the Italians were a bit angry about this, so they're like, let's go somewhere else. So they bought a new house, and then they just advertised for a science experiment where they paid for everything. They gave you food, they gave you a house, you could do whatever the fuck you want. You just had to have lots of sex, eat lots of food, be genuinely do anything to make you fucking happy. And then
is there an application form? Is there?
Oh, it's all done now. But then this went on, and they were then conducting these experiments whilst he was sitting watching them and all this here. But then it turned out the reason he was doing this was because he wanted to create a super species of human, some child who would be born into complete and utter happiness and have all this shit around him. So he pretty much started a cult with all this money.
Yep.
And then the investigators went in and were like, so yeah, there's no record of the Countess ever existing and all this here. And then they've obviously recorded him trying to do stuff off camera. He's like, turn off the cameras. And left the mics going. He's like, okay, so my mother was a fucking genetic researcher back in the 20s and came up with some world-changing fucking thing. But because she was a woman and living in this country, they wouldn't let her profit from it.
Yes, but
so she got the patent of this, moved into a fake name of this Countess, whatever her name was. And the Countess got all the money from the mother's research and then was left to the son tax-free because it was left to the dog. So the government didn't get a penny and the son could use all this money as long as this dog stayed alive. And I still haven't watched the 4th episode. Sorry, that was a bit of a long-winded one there.
But it's got a bit of everything, mate. It's got a bit of fucking everything. It's got a bit of fucking Dogs, the TV program, bit of Family Guy, a bit of fucking Adolf Hitler in there, trying to make a superior race. It sounds like a fucking great show.
Mate, it is fucking mental.
It's one of them ones you're sitting watching, you're going, get the fuck. There's no way that's true. And then you realise all the cunts the fucking...
I only started watching it because I ran out of
Pop Idol.
like
Fucking,
documentaries
it's got
to watch.
X Factor. It's got the heat, mate.
Mate,
It's got
actually,
porn. It's got everything you need.
Hold on, I'll fucking show you the trailer.
Guy, we need to watch the trailer. That's what I was patiently waiting on. That's madness, like. But here, honestly,
But
like,
I stuck this on purely for a fucking bit of shits and giggles, and I've found myself engrossed in this, but also being like, why do I fucking care? This is the most ridiculous thing I've heard.
What would you think if I told you a story about a very wealthy countess? When she died, she gave everything to her dog, Gunther. You're talking about a dog that's worth $400 million. Oh, it's a true story. I work for the dog.
Gunther owns a yacht, several properties in Italy.
27 employees.
I wanted to be a tick on that dog's ass for the rest of my life.
The man pulling the strings of this puppy show.
See,
He's
it
visionary.
doesn't look like that much. Just like, all right, it's just this dog getting to live a lavish lifestyle, right? That guy just said, I asked you before, is he paying you to make this documentary? The dog must live the best possible life.
Maradona.
We started with a music. Oh, they bought Madonna's house. That was the other thing. They bought Madonna's house and done all this shit on it.
Fantastic looking. To live with a rich dog. Are you crazy?
As long as we resided in the mansion with Gunther, we were going
This
to
is madness,
enjoy
like.
the millions. It got a little bit twisted.
Their lifestyle had its commandments.
We were being watched 24/7.
They encouraged them to have sex.
We were doing research.
Do you feel like that could almost be cult-like?
Not at all.
He's full of shit. He was having the time of his life.
Oh, he was getting his whole
He
left, right,
was
and
loving
centre.
life.
This guy was like a fucking Adonis in his youth, mate, when he was standing there. You're like, aye.
Is the Countess real?
Cut, please.
But see, when they're like, no, go and ask him, I'm not answering that question. And all, like, they all throw each other under the bus.
I'm good.
Is he in jail or what?
I don't know yet. Aye, that was another thing.
We were like lab
He
rats.
bought
Like
an Italian football
you
team
want to put this?
It was kind of
and then made two Italian porn stars the chairman of the board for a laugh.
No harm in it. He's a real ass dude. Like,
Oh, wait, do you hear this, right?
I don't think it's the moment to tell this now. I don't think. The dogs were cloned.
Man, it's fucking mental.
mate, that seems to me the way he done that there. He's bound to know they were filming that. That seems a publicity stunt.
Oh, no, your man, Maurizio, he's called. He does seem like he's a fucking slice short of a loaf. Like, he doesn't, like, again, if you've been living this lifestyle for so long, you live in a fantasy world. Like,
You do, right, yeah.
again,
Sounds fun to me, like.
man, it's fucking. But yeah, it was a piece of football
So
team.
it's really just a tax fucking. It was just really a tax.
Yeah, for this guy to live
fucking
a
fraud.
mad lifestyle and have models and singers and orgies and all sorts of shit and just have the best lifestyle all in the name of the dog. But because he was doing it because of a dog, everyone was like, "Who's this guy?" And then he
I
got
bet you
famous
there was
from it.
kennels with like fucking 15 of the things there.
Man, it was fucking.
Because what? No, I mean, a German Shepherd, what, you getting 15 years if you're lucky?
Yeah, but they're on Gunther the 6th, I think, currently. But again, as they said at the end there, they cloned the dog. So how many Gunthers is there? Going about the place, acting as Gunther.
I respect the hustle, like.
Because that's PR as
Fuck
well. Like, I'm sure they're like, oh, you want your dog
Like,
to
but his
be appearing on your
ma's,
show,
man,
pay
his
me.
ma's been a fucking smart bitch, and she was like,
I was back in the 20s.
oh,
as well. Like,
she
was
was
well
like,
smart.
she was like, especially back then, a woman doing science was, as you say, it was looked down upon,
Yep.
but she still soldiered on through and got the patents for
But
the
a
stuff.
countess who
She'd
has
never-
money is able to sponsor science
Ah.
and reap the rewards of it. That was okay.
But it's not even the point, mate. It's like, she never wanted her son to do this. Like,
Well, that's what they
she'd
said.
be
It's like,
disappointed.
do you
like,
really think that this is the kind of thing that your mum would want? Because at the start, when his mum was still alive and he was doing TV interviews with all these women, like his hair was messy and she was angry as fuck, being like, "Who done your hair? You look disgusting. Have you had a bath?" Like on live TV, just
that sounds like me to
grilling
you
him.
10 years ago.
Sounds like you to me fucking 10 minutes ago.
But no, that's madness. But I think we'll have to check that out.
It is fucking. so perplexing, and I'm kind of angry I've started watching it now because I care far too much about the end of this.
Care about the dog.
Yeah.
Well, say it's got a bit of everything for everyone.
It's so peculiar. It just melts my head.
People are mad about it, aren't they? Like, the people do some mad shit.
If someone said, dude, you want to come and work for a dog that you can have unlimited access to money?
Aye, not a sweat.
100%.
What do you want me to do? You want me to fuck Williams in the swimming pool? Are you sure now? I was like, no, I think I need a pay raise for that shit.
Jesus, you mean in the name of science? Oh, well,
science?
If it's in the name of science.
Fucking hell.
Like the amount of stuff you put yourself through for science.
Aye, I fucking sore arms holding myself up. That's madness. But no, like, it's crazy fucking that, again, see the people in that house, see your fella there, he was like, nah, ways up. Like,
to be fair, I've got to give it to the people who were all involved in it. They all laugh about it and they're all like, yeah, we were just running about, fucking people in our 20s, having
jets.
Sex, all the money we want, getting all this drink, we could do whatever, and having parties with celebrities, and it was great. I'm not going to lie. And then once they're like, so who was doing this, or where was the money coming from? Like, oh, fuck, I'm not answering that. Go and ask that guy. And then they get asked that guy, and it's like, oh, I can't say nothing, or you need to go and speak to fucking this fellow. And then they go and speak to Maritza, and he's like, turn your cameras off, and I'll tell you everything. Come here, I tell you a secret. It's like,
the cocaine comes in through the lobby.
Well, that's what I read somewhere. I can't remember, I don't have any idea where I read it, but apparently he gets accused of having some sort of mafia connection, but the date of the 3 episodes again that I've watched, there's been no mafia connection has been made.
Yeah.
So unless it's the maddest front for a mafia operation ever.
Aye, well, fuck him.
If it ends up like that, it really is a fucking Family Guy episode.
Hopefully he ends up. Hopefully a cunt ends up not in jail. He will, but if it's to do with tax evasion, he's fucked.
But it's
they'll throw a book at you for that
it's all
shit.
been done through a trust.
Doesn't matter, mate. Throw a book at you for that, because it was done for a reason. There's a lot of things in life that you can be lenient with you on, but tax avoidance is not one of them.
Aye, because someone up high up the fucking chain has got their.
Unless you're a politician, of course. You're a politician, you're sweet.
Yeah, but the government got to get their cut of everything.
Aye, but
it's like we've taxed you and all that money, but we still need a cut on it.
Aye, you need your VAT.
Yeah.
Also, when you go into a shop, you have to pay sales tax. So, but don't worry, we can't give the nurses an extra couple of quid.
No.
But don't worry, we'll take 150 grand a year. It's sweet for our job, and we'll claim all our gas and electric on expenses. You's unlucky.
Now here, see, speaking of fucking money and all that, there, I don't know how true this is. I seen it on the social media, right?
Definitely true.
So it's probably not true. But
well, we'll get to the bottom of it here.
I think that it's true, right? So some guy, it was a short paragraph, couldn't get a taxi home the other night, which we all know happens in town now. It's impossible to get a taxi. So decided to go to a pizza shop and order a delivery to my house. And I jumped in the car with a delivery driver and got a pizza and a lift home. And I was like, that is actually a fantastic idea.
Maybe that one you've seen isn't true. But I've seen it. I have no reason why not. Now, if you were locally, maybe not one of the city centre places. Do you know what I mean? It depends too. Now, most of them pizza places in the town only go delivery, look.
Yeah.
But the delivery driver, unless he comes in a push bike, here, mate, give us a lift. I would do it. I would say, fire me a fucking fiver. I'm going that way.
But it depends how. Well, of course you're going that way. I've ordered a pizza to my fucking house.
Or I'd be like, here. Fucking 15 quid plus my delivery fee. There you go. See you later. They don't have to go waste diesel.
Aye, but like, it depends how pissed you were. If you were an absolute mess, no one's giving you a lift home. But if you were sensible and being like, look, mate, I am stranded and I want to get home. Would you mind?
You're going there anyway, please. I'll even deliver the couple of calls.
I'll pay you a few quid extra.
I've seen that post multiple times. Not only here, but like American accounts and all too. So whether that what you have seen has actually happened there and then, that's up for debate. But it's definitely happened. Like,
but I would never have thought of that. But I'm all for brass necking myself a lift home.
I would, if all else fails, I'd do it.
100%. Have you ever managed to get something from a delivery place that wasn't part of the delivery order? Like got them to go to another shop for you?
No, I don't think so.
I've got fags and drink
I used to
when I
get
was younger.
free MacDonaldses all the time, like.
MacDonaldses?
Oh,
McDonald's, you cunties.
When we were younger, whenever like fucking Johnny and all started driving, we used to go to McDonald's, and I used to say to him, "Here, we were here last week, and you fucked up our order. It says you put it
in the book.
The name in the book, and they would go, your name's not in the book," and I'd just be like, "That's not my problem." And then they say, "Who?" I said I was speaking to the manager, and says, "Was it a boy or a girl?" And you're usually speaking to the manager,
yeah,
and they usually work the same shift. So if it was a girl, I'd say it was a girl.
Right.
And she was like, "Oh, well, I was on last week. I don't remember." I was like, "It's not my problem."
Exactly.
And
how many calls do you get?
8 out of 10 times they give you fucking 3 Big Mac meals. Like no sweat.
It's not worth the fucking hassle. It's above your pay grade to be worrying about free hamburgers.
There was one time me and I'm not mentioning the names. We were out flying for one of our nights back in the day in Bar 7.
Yeah.
And we tried to do it in the arsehole of nowhere, like down Macrofelt, and the fucker wasn't budging. And because he wasn't budging, I was like, "Nah, this is all right." And they were going, "Sorry, we'll just pay for it." And I was like, "Nah." And I fought him on it and fought him on it and fought him on it, and we ended up, we had to go just and then getting them to eat. The McDonald's guy was no chance.
Sorry,
and then I was like, "Well, lads," when I was going,
whenever he said you went to Macrofelt, I thought somebody was stopping you doing fucking.
No, but we were just down that way, so I was like, "Here." And I used a different name every time and all because there's no, I mean, you can't use your own. I did use my own name, but you can't use it all the time.
Aye,
start to go on.
Word gets round.
But I mean, see, when we were kids, we used to go Lisburn, Belfast, like just kept doing loops, mate, over the week. But that night down there, I was like, "No way," I was like, and one of the people with me, we had done it loads of times with, but the other person hadn't. We were like, "We'll get a free McDonald's here." I was like, "Bollocks!" And and your mom was just like, "Nope, your name's not in the book."
Like, your name's not in the list. You're not getting in.
I was like, "That's not my problem." And he was like, "Well, it's not my problem either." and mate, I argued with him for ages, and then both of them were going, "It's alright, we'll just pay." And I was like, "No, fuck, this isn't right. It's
my human right for free McDonald's."
We work through here every Monday night, and we always stop here and get something. And last week they fucked their order up, blah blah blah, and he was like, "Sorry, mate, nothing I can do." I was like, "Fuck's sake." We ended up having to leave. He wouldn't serve us.
See, your problem with that is as well, you've got a Belfast accent.
But as I said, we work up this way every, whatever night it was, we drive through. Like, I was like, "Check your cameras, we come through here every night."
Who the fuck works in Macrofelt from Belfast?
I know.
It's your first downfall.
There's nothing in Macrofelt, for fuck's sake.
Did I ever tell you about the time that fucking, whenever we were way back when, doing our first event in fucking the centre spot, when I got accused of being a different nationality and some fellow was going to bait my bollocks?
Oh, you said it on the show.
Did I?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that was a fucking mad isle night.
Well, fucking, some people are mad in Belfast. Like, they can't take shit. They can't see, especially whenever it comes to something like that.
We had a dead on chippy like that. That chippy was beside. It was in Dundonald, and it was beside the office and the garage. So if you were up in someone's house having a party and you ordered a chippy, you were like, "Here," you wouldn't run into the wine market or the shop and get a packet of fags for the party or for whatever. And to be fair, they always fucking did it. I was like, "You legends."
That's it, man. You need
we were dicks. So like seeing Sundays and all, whenever we've been partying all night, and like, "Oh fuck, what?" This was before you had Google and all this shit. It's like, what time does the fucking office open at on a Sunday? I couldn't remember. It's like, phone the chippy. It's like, "Can you tell us what time the wine market's open beside you?" And they would go out and tell you. He's like, "These are legends. Thank you so much."
What is it? Wine Lodges over here for anyone that's not from
1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I think it is now. They can do it. It's
it used to be definitely used to be
1 o'clock.
Shops on a Sunday are not allowed to open, but this includes all the town. Like the town doesn't open till like 1 o'clock on a Sunday. Like that, and that goes for like fucking Apple, fucking Five Guys, anything doesn't open to 1. You're like, get the fuck.
I remember the one night we went down. Whenever I lived up in Dundonald, there's a Little's up there that's beside the garage where we used to get our drinking on.
Yeah.
And we'd been out camping the night before and fucking had a great old time. And we're like, more drink. So me and Duffin decided, right, we're going to traipse over all the fields down the road and we will go and fetch more drink for everybody. But we brought the football with us and we're like, take it. So we got down there. We were convinced it was 11, but all managed to sort of come to a collective decision that somewhere we'd seen that the off license opens at 11. So we're like, okay, let's go down. And we get down there. Obviously the off license was closed. So we're like, fuck it. Well, we just sit and play football here at Little's, right? And I don't know, I've never seen this before and I've never seen it since, but there was some woman that had like a green L plate, right? And I know
usually I'm down south.
Right. But she was Chinese, mate, right? And I'm not racist in any way, but my fucking God, I wish she would have fucked off back to wherever she came from. This woman, now, Lidl's car, just to explain a bit of context, right? Lidl's car park in Dundonald has the capacity to have at least 300 cars parking it. The capacity that actually uses Lidl's is maybe 20 people, right? So the car park is always fucking empty, and we went to the far end of the car park so we could play football, right? And this bitch decided to just start driving in wee circles round where we were playing football. The whole fucking car park was empty because Lidl's was closed, and she was just doing circles and then stopping beside where we were hitting the wall,
learning how
reversing
to drive.
in and going back out and doing it again. Mate, there was a full fucking car park where she could do it. We took one section of the fucking wall. My God, so we got fucked off with her so much that we went back to the camping spot. We're like, fuck this, it's closed. There was this bitch down there, fuck her. And then I fell asleep in the tent.
Tent?
Because we were camping.
Oh, I forgot that bit.
And fucking, they all decided, wouldn't it be funny just to leave Dave here? So they fucked off, and I was woke up at 5 o'clock that evening with one of my friends slapping me, going, wake up. It's like, what's going on? It's like, you're meant to be somewhere in an hour. And I was like, oh, fuck, so am I. And I was meant to be out on a date. And I was already in the bad books with the then girlfriend, not my girlfriend, because she was a dick. But I was in the bad books for partying too much at the time, and I was like, "It's all right, don't worry, I ain't gonna be sweet." I'm getting slapped in a tent at 5 in the afternoon. You've got to go somewhere in an hour. I was like, "Fuck, this is never happening." Complete come down, going, "Oh my God, we didn't even get the fucking drink. Where is everybody? Why am I in a tent? What's going on?"
Fuck that, man.
Oh, the good old days, the fucking situations you find yourself in.
I know, mate. It's hard to, whenever you're looking back.
So you actually said that. I had a funny video to show you on that, because we have all been in this situation. And it's not even bad. It's two fellas loving life.
Oh, that's a mad one. That, like, they're having the best night. Like, he hasn't spilt the drop yet.
That's what Nicole said when she watched it. Like, he had spilt, and I was like,
he's doing round the garden, and his hands are like he's going. Like,
and he's like, oh, he got such a fluffy head.
See that? But that's a perfect example, right? See.
He's so happy. He's loving having his head tickled. And he's like,
man.
This is fucking great. And he's like, this is the nicest feeling ever. For any audio listeners, it's two young fellas, completely whapped to the chops. One has an afro, and the guy sitting beside him is sitting rubbing his face in his afro.
Tell you what, he's controlling that glass perfectly. Oh, what was that? Mate, see that there, but that's a perfect example. See, looking at that now, see if you're not doing anything like that, and you look at that, you're like, what in the name of fuck is going on there?
Yeah, I always say that.
But when you're in that situation,
that's the best time.
Like they're on planet fucking 12.
Yeah.
They're going, what's going on?
From the outside looking in, on the wipeout you look terrible, but from the inside looking out, you are the worse you look, the better you feel.
See, sitting there, they probably don't even, they're like, this is amazing, like, but they're fully conscious, fully aware.
He's something nice and fluffy and soft on his head, and he's like, this is great.
Yeah.
And your man's having a fucking hand spasm across it.
Trying to pick a nits out.
My head's being tickled, this is fucking great.
But see, I remember we done it. Me and my mate went down to get stuff on like a Saturday night, and it was late, and we went into this house party to pick them up. And whenever we walked in, every single person in the house party was absolutely mangled like that.
Yeah.
And me and him both walked out and went, oh man, I don't think I want to do this. Now, we'd done it millions of times, but we walked out and we're walking back up to my house going,
because you're normally going down the garden path with everybody at the same time. You're not
so
walking in to see fucking everybody.
Obviously, we ended up banging them. But just seeing that, and I'll never forget that, because I remember going, like, it's a different situation, as you say, looking in. It was like, we were the whole way back up to my house, which was a good, like, 2-mile walk. We were like, you want to just fucking knock it in the head tonight, mate? We'll take a bucket and go to bed or whatever. Like, it was scary shit.
But but again, it's like, I'm not even laughing at them guys. It's more, I remember being in that situation, and like, people will go online and laugh at that and be like, oh, look at them too, as you say. But in reality, that's two fellas who are just having a good night.
And it's not that's all they're doing. They'll probably sit there for 8 hours.
But I think it's even funnier. People, not them people per se, but there's people like that would be like, oh, fucking gay this and gay that. Even the world we live in now. But at the same time, give them a few bumbles, and you'll sit and just fucking snuggle in, whatever.
You'll tickle your mate's back.
Yeah. Did you never get your head tickled when you were wiped out by anybody?
I don't recall. I'm sure
Mate,
I have. Like.
Getting your head, like, do you ever see?
Depends what head you're on about.
You pushed.
I was tempted to have one of them rub loads of times, but it's not happening.
That's definitely not happening. No. Now, do you ever remember those wee head things, like wee metal sticks that go down like that? We had one of them for wipeouts, mate. Oh my goodness, that sent you to fucking Planet X, like.
Oh, I'm sure it did, mate.
Do you know? But it was we had like we were all collectively really nice to each other. You always wanted to make sure everybody had their best wipeout, but you always tried to be sneaky about it. So we would have that hidden somewhere in the party. And you would get it, and like if someone, like you had your back to me and you were talking to somebody, you'd just walk up and like, shh, shh, and then you would hit them with it when they weren't expecting it, and just watch someone go,
like
and just
like a shiver.
Into a wee no, but like, because you're so wiped out, mate, you just start melting and your legs sort of give in, and you're like, oh, what the fuck was that? It was great.
It was, mate. The feeling is it's hard to explain, like.
But see the thought of doing it now,
fucking not a chance,
not
a chance, mate. Mate, see, even to think of drinking now, mate, scares the shit out of me, like.
I'm alright for an old drink, but one or two drinks.
No, I'm not. I'm genuinely not. Like, the thought of it, like, we were talking about it, me and Heather, the other night. Someone was still on it or something. We were talking to that from, like, they hadn't been to bed from the night before, and mate, I just went, like,
you get the fear for them.
No, like I can't imagine doing it, mate, because I've had some bad ones, like where you're fucking. No, I'm out of action now, and maybe it'll be different now because I haven't done it in so long. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I don't know.
Your body's starting to get away from it.
Like I like waking up early on a Sunday and feeling fucking great.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's not only that it's one day. Like, see, whenever you hit it hard, it's Wednesday. Like, you don't start to feel normal till Wednesday.
It is.
And then I mean, genuinely feel depressed and shit, like.
But do you reckon that's just from years of serotonin abuse? And then now, whenever you're getting hungover, you're like, oh, I have nothing to replenish my life because it was stolen from me in my 20s.
You're right, mate. It's what is it? The dopamine receptors that like sucks the life out of it. But once you damage them, like. So you're always chasing the dragon.
Well, as Eminem says, spinal fluid's vital, and you won't get it back.
It'll attack every bone in your back. Meet Zach.
maybe that's why my back's so fucked these days. I'm like fucking Quasimodo.
What a tune that is. Fuck's sake. But I know it does. I wouldn't change it. I would never, like, some of the best nights of my life was partying, but I couldn't do it.
That's what I always say to people. It's like, I had fantastic memories. I had great nights. Like, people think it's dangerous and all that there. It was fantastic. However, I wouldn't condone people doing it now because it's so unsafe, the shit that people put in drugs.
Like, see the
back whenever I was taking them, you never heard of one person taking a bad bumble. It was always, something bad happened because they took like 12 and didn't drink any water, and they were drinking alcohol, and they were doing other drugs
too much
and all
water.
there. And it's like, yes, what that was people not looking after their friends correctly.
Yeah.
You never heard of someone taking one bad pill and dying, and that's a lot more prevalent now. People taking all sorts
pills
of shit.
Aren't really a big thing now, I
know,
think.
but
like,
that's because fucking everybody was fucking KO on them. So they're like, going MD or Coke.
Coke's the big one. Like, even that scares me now, mate. It scares, like, the thought of even touching cocaine scares the shit out of me.
That was one thing I never ever worried about because I don't like things going up my nose. It freaks me out.
I don't even like, see, whenever I don't even enjoy it. Like, no way some things you enjoy it. Like, see, drinking. I like drinking when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm the life of the party. I'm maybe too much for some people. I'm wild as fuck.
Yeah, you're definitely too much.
I'm a wild man, but I'm trying to have a laugh and a joke.
Yeah.
See, with Coke, it goes the opposite way. See, as soon as I touch it, I go boom, quieter. Like, I can't sit and have conversations with people.
You go into your own
I'll
head.
just dander about nightclubs and fucking go and sit in rooms by myself and green rooms by myself and all. No, so like in my head, I'm like, why would you do that now? I mean, that's what. See, fuck that and fuck drinking and fuck everything. Like,
yeah.
But I don't even know whenever I stop everything. I don't have a date, so I can't say I'm this far down the line. You know what I mean? I just sort of stop, mate.
You just like, nah,
gradually fucking stop doing it. Now, when I say stop, I will admit, like, at Christmas I had like a glass of wine. Do you know what I mean? But I haven't
But
like,
no, that's
done
like,
any.
fuck, I have a couple of beers when I do the show. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm fucking a raging alcoholic.
No.
Yet.
I just 7 nights a week. He has a couple of beers.
I don't know. I think I might be about 3 weeks into fucking. 'Cause I actually caught myself on with this. I was like, right, so I have
One thing I know for sure is it definitely done dry January.
Did I?
So I mean,
Well,
like,
fair enough.
So that
I
was
definitely didn't.
No, I know that.
I definitely
But again,
didn't.
it's not like you. Again, you're sweet with it. With me, I'm not. I know now. Like, see every bad thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
What goes wrong? It's to do with drinking and partying.
See, I'm good. I know a lot of people like will say I'll go out for 2 and that's it. I am very good, and I've been out for work drinks and everything, and but
Yeah.
like, I'm out for 2 pints and then I'm going home, and I will always go home after 2 pints and I'm sweet. If someone is able to convince me to stay for the 3rd, I'm yours for the night, and
That's a skill I don't have. You know what my skill is? See if someone invites me somewhere, is I fucking drive there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the
power of the word no, man.
I just drive, and then that means they're like, oh, I'm on. And then even though you're going, oh, fuck all that fucking lads here, let's go. I'm like, can't drive.
Yep.
I'll give you a lift up the road if you want, like.
Yep. And then you're the saviour.
Spicy these days. I'll give you a lift up the road. I no sweat. 20 quid each.
Everyone's like, oh, we're here to 6 in the morning. Serge's like, I'll give you a lift home. Right, lads, it was fucking great seeing you. See you next week.
All the missuses are texting me saying, make sure Hing gets home early. No sweat.
I never seen him. What are you talking about? He left ours.
He's with me. No, he's not. He's fucking sitting beside me. He just want to see if he'd lie to me, you cunt. If you're with Blackie, tell him to come home. I no sweat. What do you mean? He's not even with me. He's sitting beside me, you lying cunt. Sorry, I'm just trying to help him out. But nah, no, it's madness. Like it's I'm grew up so much, but my life has went real. I shouldn't say my life's went better. I feel better not doing it.
Yeah.
My mind is clear as a bell now. I'm focused. I'm just in the zone.
I hate the word.
I don't get anxiety as much anymore either. Like see coming off that there, and then see thinking about all the stupid shit you said to people, like colleagues and stuff, when you're blocked and you're like, fucking stupid cunt. It probably doesn't mean nothing, but it goes over your. You say it, you think it over your mind.
Yeah. Why did I say that?
Why did I
shouldn't have
say
said that.
And it never goes away, really. Like it'll pop into your head 6 months later, and you'll be like, "You fucking."
It's the reason that we're not fucking super successful, mate, because you've been a dick when you've been talking to people.
But so I'm like, that anxiety then goes away because you can have actual clear conversations with people and be normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be confident in what you're saying. Because say once I sniff coke, I would have like been talking to someone and went like, "Oh, what's up?" I mean,
it's meant to give you confidence.
But
you
it
go
doesn't.
The complete opposite.
You go the complete opposite way. You're like, fucking. You know what I mean? You can't get your words out. You have a clear thing what you want to say in your head, but then once you start speaking, you start doubting everything you're saying.
Yeah.
So don't do drugs, kids.
Is that a good closing? No.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe me, ask your mom. And if you don't believe him, ask your dad.
So happy birthday for
Thank
today.
You. Have to go on and lock my Facebook so no one can write to me.
Nah. There's means and ways around that.
I know. Fucking, I done it before, mate, and everyone just sent me private messages. It's like, this is worse.
It's better just letting it happen and ignoring your phone for the day, mate.
I appreciate it. Everyone
happy
that does,
birthday.
like, I know.
Have a good day.
Yep. So catch us next week.
Peace.
Phase 2.